Hello and welcome! I'm painting some green budgies in my usual loose watercolour style for the Bluebird Art Challenge today. This is a very friendly challenge organised by the lovely Dena Tollefson. It's open to artists in any medium. I do realise this is a Bluebird Art Challenge and I was planning to paint bluebirds even though the rules of the challenge are very relaxed and birds of all colours are welcome. Actually, you can even paint something else as long as you use the colour blue. So if you want to find out more about this challenge, check out the links in the card in the top right hand corner. Now, as I said, I was going to paint some blue budgies, but I couldn't resist this cute trio of green budgies that I found. I knew I could turn them magically blue with watercolour, but I couldn't quite bring myself to do that since I really love the way they sit in their perfectly matched green environment. I know you can't see that now, but trust me, a perfectly matched green environment is on its way. Birds are a lot of fun to paint in watercolour. Actually, in my opinion, anything's pretty much fun to paint in watercolour, but what I particularly enjoy is letting these colours blend all by themselves, just because the paint and the paper is slightly damp. I don't have to do too much of the work and it automatically creates these lovely soft effects which I think are really quite appropriate for something like the gentle feathers of birds. Now, on the subject of magical watercolour and of challenges, did you know that it's currently the World Watercolour Month challenge? Yes, July in every year is World Watercolour Month, and that's another challenge that you're very welcome to participate in. All you need to do is tag any of your watercolour works with the hashtag World Watercolour Month to join in the fun. There's actually a list of prompts that have been provided, so if you're really brave, you could take up the challenge and do 31 watercolours in 31 days. You don't actually have to follow those prompts, you can paint anything you like, but the prompt for today does happen to be rejoice. And when I hear the word rejoice, in my head I hear singing of all kinds, including birdsong. So I think that this happy little trio of green budgies actually works for both my Bluebird Art Challenge and for the rejoice prompt of World Watercolour Month Day 1. As well as not having to follow all the prompts, you also don't need to do all 31 days of the challenge. Any watercolour painting created this month can be part of the challenge if you want to do that. And I think that's probably the option that I'll be going for. Committing to doing a painting every single day is quite an undertaking. It feels okay in the beginning and you probably start off with a bit of a bang, but by the end of the month it's pretty exhausting. It's a fantastic thing to have done and I'm very glad that I completed the whole 31 days last year, but I'm not in a hurry to do it again. I think last year I made things extra difficult for myself because I also decided that I would not only do the daily watercolour painting, but I would also make a video of it and post that on YouTube every single day for the month of July. And I did do that. Again, it was a great thing to have done, but it is pretty exhausting. If you want to check out all 31 of my paintings from last year, I will pop the playlist in the information cards in the top right hand corner of this video. But I'm sure you first want to see that green background that I promised for these sweet little birds. I do like the way that they are sitting next to each other on this rather fetching curvy branch, and it did give me pause to consider whether I should actually leave it just as it is on their plain white background. But I really liked seeing them on this branch in the wild with sunlight and leaves, because really when I think of budgies I normally think of them in captivity. So this seemed like such a lovely idea for me, and I did definitely want to have a go at giving them some lovely natural environment to sit in. In addition to that, I do quite enjoy painting leaves with my whippy Chinese brush here that makes such lovely random marks. I'm quite sure I don't use it at all the way you're supposed to, but I tend to subscribe to the view that art has no rules, so I am just enjoying the way the brush moves and enjoying the way it will put in such unpredictable, character-filled marks. I was originally anticipating putting in a little bit of a soft blue in places to be parts of the sky that you can see through the leaves. But then I remembered that my wonderful cascade green with a lot of water splits out into a very soft blue looking colour. It's one of those exciting pigments that is a composite, so when you add water to it, it kind of separates out and you get some granulation of the kind of yellow ochre type pigments, and the soft blue separates from that, and that's what has ended up giving me kind of the pale sky effects that I thought I was going to have to use a separate colour to pop in. Don't you love it when the paint does half of your work for you? I need quite a few more leaves up at the top here because I want to create that feeling of being able to peep through the abundant leaves and catch a glimpse of this sweet little trio. One of the things I really enjoy about participating in these challenges that Dena Tollefson puts together is seeing all of the other paintings that people contribute to the challenge, all from the same prompt, and yet so much variety. It's a really fun thing to get involved in, so if you haven't participated before, I do hope you jump in and join us this time. Dena always puts together a playlist of all the contributions, so if you want to see everybody else's take on the Bluebird Art Challenge, you can head to her channel and find that playlist. Now, adding these leaves in the background is a little bit addictive. Ooh, should I add more or should I stop? No, definitely want some more. I'm not sure if it's because I'm having such fun painting them or because the painting actually needs them. But either way, I'm having a jolly good time splashing all this green paint in. I hope you're enjoying watching it too. If you are enjoying watching this style of painting, please consider subscribing to my channel because I put out a new video like this every Wednesday. And if you hit that bell, you'll be alerted the next time a video is published. Thanks for watching and happy painting!